Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. How you guys doing? We here with another new video, another new one, man. And this one is Triple H, man. He lets his favorites go where they want, and he lets the jobber stay on brands. Like, what happened to the draft? I might have to put that in the title too. Like the draft just doesn't make any sense. Back in the day, drafts used to be one of the most funnest parts about wrestling. Just seeing things get switched up and get changed up. That used to be one of the funnest parts, almost like an NFL or a sports season. But nowadays, it's like at first he was doing the drafts, which he wasn't sticking to really. In the way that he did the drafts and what he put on Raw and what he put on SmackDown, I felt like was nowhere near balance. It could have been a little bit better balance with your stars and who was on what. He put way more in the Raw, I noticed, so that was not good either. But as of lately, it's like there was no mention of a draft even being mentioned. If y'all noticed that, right there, where did the draft go? Did it disappear or something like that? Like, where did it go? Now, all of a sudden, now they're just randomly not randomly, but they're just randomly throwing out superstars at you and just magically just saying, hey, they're on this brand or hey, they're on that brand. That's what's going on. And what is that's not even fun or exciting. It's like, what is the point of this? And then what makes it even worse is the people that he's putting on Pacific brands and saying, hey, they're moving there, are not really the favorites. So far, it looks like the ones that you are seeing that are stuck at a brand are just jobbers who Triple H really doesn't care about or really doesn't push, you know? And I think that's a big deal. And it makes this whole putting people on brand stuff just even more pointless because at the same exact time, a lot of the more push superstars under Triple H and the favorited more superstars, they kind of go to brands whenever they want to. They show up on both shows all the time, and it's a good handful of wrestlers that do just show up on both shows all the time and they do it every week. And nothing never gets said about these wrestlers and they never get told, oh, they're on. Even if they would say, they still do, like a Liv Morgan, Raquel, why have they been popping up on SmackDown and Raw constantly? They're right, like both shows. They both shows, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, all of these people popping up on both shows constantly, but Damian Priest moves to SmackDown. Like, dang, that's like almost like saying you just nothing. You're stuck here while these people, they can go where they want. You know what? I think this is a video in itself, but I'm gonna mention this real quick. I think one of the main reasons why Bianca or Jade or Bianca and Naomi had the tag team titles was so they could use the excuse of them moving to both shows and having to make them do something to do it instead of just doing it like other people can do. And I think the main reason why is just to say you have black women on both shows. Because if you pay attention to Raw, there's really no black women on Raw. With what who what Katana Chance, or Caden Carter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they don't even get used. So I think that was an excuse. Though, let me just put the tag titles on them when majority of them should be in the big leagues fighting against Rhea or Tiffany. Let me just put the tag titles on them so I can have an excuse to have them on both shows and act like I have both of them on both shows. When in reality, if they didn't have the tag team belts, they would probably be all stuck on one show. You know, it's just something else to think about. I mean, Rhea Ripley, she another one. Just goes to Raw, SmackDown when she wants to. You see Charlotte just going wherever the hell she wants to. Now we know she won though. She at least that made a little more sense though, because she did win Royal Rumble, right? We know Jay gonna do it. He had to win something. But let's be honest, we see this so much, and like I say, one of the main ones right now that's doing it is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens literally is just popping up on everything. I know I was wrong about him winning that title, but at the same time, the dude still seems like he's going to be a WrestleMania, and they still making a big deal about it. And he still looks like he's going to get that fight with Sami Zayn, which I predicted as well. But I said maybe it'll be a title on the line, but who knows? I know they are putting a lot of effort into him, even after being beaten so much. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, he's on both shows. And sometimes they'll throw jobbers in on both shows too, just to job them out for goofy storylines like a Nia Jax. I don't think they moved Nia. They moved Bailey. They did it with Ray Mysterio, jobbed them out real quick, then brought them back. But overall, it's just something I definitely picked up and noticed. I definitely noticed the people who are being stuck on brands and being stuck are just jobbers. Like Bailey. Bailey gets a lot of attention, but at the end of the day, she kind of still is a jobber. I mean, shoot, I seen her on the NXT yesterday, and I was like, uh-oh, better not be in no match. Like I said, oh, that's another video on itself. You go on NXT and you doing matches, man. You might be, oof. I seen that A-Town Down Under match. I seen that. I Stay Still won, but that's an instant red flag. That's an instant red flag. But yeah, so it's just a mockery of the draft at this point. And at this point, it just proves that he didn't really know what he wanted to do and wasn't going to be fair with the draft in the first place. And he still wants to make Raw the better show than SmackDown instead of making them more balanced so both shows can thrive. So he's just pretty much giving up on it, the whole draft thing at this point. And as you can see, he pretty much is just like, hey, man, I'll just put Pacific people where I want them, but at the same time, I'll move my people who I want to get more attention. They can be on both shows. Because it's sad that you got such this huge roster, but you're filling time slots on both shows with the same people doing the same thing. But so many other, I mean, SmackDown has 3 hours now, and we're still filling time slots with other people from Raw, but we can't give other people a chance. Look at the tag team divisions in both things. Like, what's good? Again, that's another video in itself as well. But it's like you got to give people chances. You gotta do more. Raw on Netflix, okay, it's on Netflix, but you gotta care about SmackDown too, and you gotta really try to mix the roster up in a good way, just like back in the day. Back in the day, man, you really felt the difference between Raw and SmackDown, and you had more of a war with people and what people like. Back in the day, it used to be more of a war, like, SmackDown is better. Oh, Raw is better. Nowadays, nobody really care. Nobody care. Nobody cares now. Nowadays, they know it's like watching the same thing. They like, okay, I'm watching SmackDown. Yeah, you watching Raw? Yeah, I'm watching Raw too. You watching Raw? Maybe slight differences when it comes to the time and what the shows are nowadays, but y'all know what I mean. But just something to think about. I hope y'all hit this like button. Let me know what you think. For any new subscribers, please subscribe. Welcome to the new channel. This is where it's going to be. The live streams, I plan on being here too. Let's build this thing up the right way, and I'm going to see you guys later. Peace out.